I'd like to invite Dr. Ozonnia Ojielo to give us the keynote, the opening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nana. Honorable Minister for ICT and Innovation and Honorable Minister of State for Health. First of all, congratulations, First Minister, on your reappointment, and Dr. Butera on your appointment to the cabinet, reappointment as well. That's true, on your reappointment as well. I think it's a demonstration of the confidence of the government in your leadership and the work you both do, as well as all the other members of cabinet in the work you do. So on behalf of the UN system, this being the first official event I'm attending since the composition of the cabinet, we'd like to extend our congratulations, our warmest wishes to the cabinet, and of course our hope that the quality of the partnership and the relationship that's been established will continue to grow in leaps and bounds. And so today we talk about health and the health tech. But let me also recognize all the distinguished partners that are present, Smart Africa, all the other colleagues from different partner institutions or prospective partner institutions present and online, but also to recognize those connected from across the continent who are here. So we're in Rwanda, but we are reaching all over Africa. And then, of course, my colleague heads of agencies that are here, my dear sister Fatmata, who's our hostess, head of UN Women, head of WHO, Nana, all the other colleagues from the UN system that are present. So great congratulations to all of us. Our dear sister, Assistant Secretary General of the United Nations, Assistant Administrator, and Director of UNDP Regional Bureau for Africa, my sister Hunna Isiakongwa. Congratulations for this vision, this initiative, and the fact of the progress that we have made today. I think we may be launching the health tech hub here in Rwanda, but Rwanda is the forefront for the whole logic of Timbuktu. Our president is a champion, founder president, was there at the launch in Davos. This dream just less than 15 months old. It was in Davos in January last year. So less than 18 months old when this was conceived. My dear sister, you were present there. Not only is Rwanda a champion, Rwanda is also putting money into Timbuktu initiative, and the foundation will be based here. So I want to recognize Natalie, who is also connected online. What it does represent is a commitment of the government of Rwanda to addressing the issue of human capital development. That the biggest resource a society has is human capital, whether it's in education, whether it's in health, it's in nutrition, it's in social protection, it's in scaling and rescaling. You need to invest in your human capital. The results may not be immediate, but over a period of time, the quality of your human resource will create the transformation that you need to see happen. And the second is that then you enable them with new technologies, with new skills. So the human capital with new skills, new technology will make the transformation we seek to see in Africa. So we salute all the other countries that on this journey, we want to recognize all the prospective applicants across the continent who want to apply, but we want to warn you that here in Rwanda, we are ahead of the curve. And so the idea of the health tech hub in Rwanda is also most appropriate, because what the government continues to do is to create investments from Mutuelle de Santé to all the other investments in a healthy society, because a healthy society is important to have a productive workforce. And the idea of a health tech hub then in Rwanda is first to strengthen the user experience from a patient to access medical facilities remotely, to access consultations remotely, your lab report, your interaction with health professionals, wherever you may be seated. So in Rwanda, we don't need our medical personnel to be across the 30 districts of the country. Wherever they are, we want our citizens to be able to access them. But second, of course, is also the back-end experience from the provider perspective, pharmaceuticals, medical institutions, from knowing the drugs that the patient continuously takes, to tracking when they are out of supplies, to making sure you're contacting them and reminding them of where the next supplies are, to all the facilities that the patient can benefit from. So a front end and a back user interface is central to strengthening the availability of health services to our public. So what we are launching today, this foundation, speaks to not only SDG 3 about good health, but is a foundation to all the other sustainable development goals about nutrition, about social protection, about education. Because once they have this, then they can leverage all the other possibilities and opportunities that are present for them. So this launch for application then, it's for us, is a watershed moment. It also signifies the new direction of travel for the United Nations system. So Historically, the UN, given its history, is more or less a grant-based organization. But also, we're not big grant implementers. It's not big money. The UN has never been about the money. We've always been about the ideas. So our degree of ambition is well beyond our financial means. And that's what it should be. Because our degree of ambition is in the quality of our engagement with state institutions, with partners, what ideas we put on the table. It's not about the source of the money. It's about the quality of the ideas, the depth of the ideas, because our countries are in a hurry, more so Rwanda. Rwanda is in a great hurry for acceleration, for transformation, for change. We are so back in terms of our development, so back in terms of realizing the Sustainable Development Goals. You look at the records from the Economic Commission for Africa, from the UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs about the implementation of the SDGs, average is about 17%, which means that no country in the world can meet all of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Rwanda wants to buck that trend by being in a hurry. So our challenge then as a United Nations system is not about the money that comes to us. It's about the quality and the depth of ideas, the depth of our ambition. And we are actually struggling to match the depth of Rwanda's ambition. So what we are doing now with Timbuktu and Health Tech Hub is a demonstration, a message to Rwanda and Africa. All United Nations agencies in the continent, you need to match the depth of ambition of your host government, because we must be in a state of emergency about where we are as a continent for our development. So our new cooperation framework, which we will finalize in the coming months now that Rwanda's National Strategy for Development, NSC2, has been approved, is to scale up that degree of partnership, the quality of the interaction, the quality of the relationship with private sector institutions, with groups wherever they may be, with financial institutions. It's not about the money that comes to the UN. It's about the money that is there to finance Rwanda's development, but also enable private sector to make a buck. So that's the new rationale, the strategic offer of the UN to enable, facilitate, broker, convene to support the government in this direction. So I want to congratulate Ahunna, all my colleagues in UNDP, but also the rest of the UN system. This is an offer to the UN to work together, but an offer to private sector, to youth groups, to communities all over the world who are African. Let's come together to demonstrate that we can deal with this. As we talk about Mpox and all the other zoonotic and other diseases, they can be achieved. They can be addressed. And starting with the Health Tech Hub in Rwanda, we can do things differently for the transformation of Africa. I thank you very much.